So I just stopped here, check the camera angle, which is great, no problems at all. And I thought I'd take some photos and some selfies because it's quite a nice place to stop. In fact, it's one of the Grand Tour places. This is some tourism thing, like go around different places, take a picture and so on. And a very nice lady, couple I think, in a souped up Subaru Impreza rally type car, pulled over to see if I was okay, because she said she'd seen me pushing the bike wearing my high vis, which I guess a lot of people here don't bother with. I'm wearing my textile gear that I normally go to work in, and I've got the IKEA high vis gilet jaune, just because commuting, be visible and all of that. But yeah, she thought that I'd broken down or something and just stopped to see if everything was okay, which was very kind. I hadn't broken down at all. I was just pushing my bike over here because I thought I liked the photo in this direction a bit better. So as you can see, it's quite nice here. There's some snow up there. Weather's closing in up there a little bit. I think I'll get going again, and hopefully won't get rained on too much. I think I will get rained on in a minute though. I've not been on my own round here, just been with little groups of other people, so I'm just getting to know it by myself. In there somewhere. Don't turn too early. I think the track days do help. The problem is if you turn in too early, you end up with a tighter corner than what it needs to be, and you just make life difficult for yourself. But it's tempting because if you leave it late, you just haven't really started the corner yet. I suppose this is where trail braking helps. There's a lot of YouTube videos being done at the moment, or at least YouTube's recommending me lots of videos to do with trail braking, which means you sort of brake into the corner until you get halfway around. And get a short legal overtake. Wow. Actually. Into the season more. That was a speed camera, wasn't it? Oh, I thought I saw a sign that said 50-minute ends. I was doing 63 past it, because I'm sensible. Scares the heck out of me. burn. There's the burn flag. That's the bear. Paragliders. That's another summer ski resort activity. These hotels are quite expensive. Cow dung all over the road. Oh, here's the cows. Let's try and look this at low levels. Oh, flippin' heck, coach, couldn't you have just waited 2 seconds? Wow, yes, that was a bit scary. Tried to go with as low engine revs as possible in a higher gear as possible and not to scare the cows, but they were looking a bit menacing. I'm glad the guys had some big sticks. You see the size of the bell, the one on the front? That'll be the queen cow or whatever. Leading them up the mountain to graze on the wildflowers and so on. Watch it, coach. The summer months. Should have known. Cow dung on road equals cows on the road ahead. Oh, look at that mountain. Oh, could it be any more Swiss? I mean, the cows thing. And of course, in the middle of the countryside, all the cows and everything, and you've got your Swiss Bugatti, Porsche, Bentley dealer, Mercedes for the plebs. Oh, it makes me chuckle. Oh, nice little burbling stream. Arnensee. There must be a lake up there. You see, here's the dilemma with Switzerland and motorbikes. Do you go all out and get yourself a sports bike so you can have something that handles beautifully on those mountain twisties? Do you go for something touring oriented, like a BMW GS or whatever? It's really comfortable that you can sit on for 7 or 9 hours and not be achy or tired, because there's a lot of that riding that can be done in Switzerland. Or thirdly, do you go for something more adventure-y or scramblery, so that when you come to the end of the tarmac and it's a gravel road, you can continue and you can scramble over the mountains down the roads that form the Blue Piste ski runs or whatever, and do a bit of exploring that way. There's all sorts you could go with. I was tempted on paper by the new Triumph Scramble 1200. I saw one in the flesh and I wasn't so sure. The street triple is really good all round. I've learned the French word for that. Polyvalent. Polyvalent? Spelled polyvalent. Means all rounder. You get salle polyvalente, as in multi-purpose hall. It is used a lot with that bike. It's used for skis. A colleague of mine gave me a photocopy of a skis review so I could help him choose some skis. And he said I should get the polyvalent skis. Haven't got any yet. I'll have to buy some in time for the winter season. Ooh, there's some smell of cows here. They're big, aren't they? Yes, what sort of bike is better? Switzerland? Probably not a sports bike, it's just good. Mountain Street. A sports bike's not going to be comfortable for hours on end, and in the summer there's a lot of riding to be done for hours on end. On the road. your distance. Dangerous gears. Not right now. Oh, it's raining a lot. I'm glad this bike's got decent suspension. Doesn't throw it off. It's not plush as such, it's not luxurious, but it is set up properly for me by a professional, and it does mean that bumps don't upset the handling of the bike. It dampens them correctly. This seems particularly bad. Whoa. See what I mean about scramblers? Big scrambler, so it's gear on there, isn't it? What the cable thing is all about. I suppose that's probably it. Asset lift. Whatever that is in English. I don't know what you call that in English. Yeah, this is the road I saw on Google Street View. It's a little bit minor, and it's... yeah, so I'm going to start thinking Street Triple not the best bike for this sort of road. At least the rain stopped. And it makes me start thinking, should I get a Tiger 800? But they just look awful. And then there's the new Scrambler 1200, which looks very retro. And it's kind of fake retro. I don't like that. It's a twin, not a triple. Well, I like having a triple engine that rates quite high. So you'd think probably the Tiger would be the bike, the polyvalent all-rounder that's great for Switzerland. I did try one in England. I had one as a loaner bike when this was being serviced. It was alright. It was very comfortable, but I spoke too soon with the rain. But it wasn't a street triple. Just the street triple thing of being a sports bike that's a bit more comfortable. It feels like a sports bike to some extent. And would I miss that? Or am I 40 in September and should be going up? I've not really experienced a sports bike. I've not had one. This is the closest thing. I wanted to get a Daytona and I didn't because of all the commuting I was doing. City Lot 1 for 45 minutes each way a day would have been probably too much. But they look so cool. The handling was sublime. When I test rode a Daytona that I was going to buy, a second hand one that was the same price as a new price for this, but it was barely second hand really. when I test rode it, it gave me so much confidence to lean in the corners. It felt so planted. I mean, this feels good, but not like the Daytona. So the solution, of course, is 2 bikes. You have a sports bike, shorter distances, better handling, track, whatever, and you have an adventure bike for the touring. That would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, don't have the space in the garage, and whoa, steady on. Goodness sake. Okay, I'm getting properly wet now.